there. Hi there, thanks for joining. Just readjust a little bit. Okay, so hope you can see. There. Okay, welcome to yoga. So our usual strength, flexibility, balance, working on all those. And we're going to start by sitting in what we call hero. So hero, we might need some blocks. So I'll just show you. So we can start on 3 blocks or 3 books, 3 cushions. So what we do is sit with the knees in front and the knees are together, and the feet are, the soles of the feet are up and the toes are down, and then we sit back on the block. So you can try and come down to 2 blocks or 1 block. So just depending on how good your knees are will depend on how high the blocks are up. So we're just going to sit with our hands resting on our thighs and do a couple of stretches to open up and bring some energy and focus on our breath. So just looking forward, fingertips at the side, take a deep breath in and stretch up. And then breathe out, bring the hands down. So if this position hero doesn't feel comfortable at all, you could sit cross-legged. Find out what works for you. So breathing in, lifting up, breathing out, down, and 1 more, breathing in to lift up, breathing out to lower down. Okay, and then a gentle twist to your right, so bringing the left hand on the right thigh or just outside the right knee, and then the right hand behind, quite close to the lower back, and feel the length in your spine as you gently draw the chest to the right. You can look over your right shoulder or just look towards the right. And so we'll hold for about 3 breaths. Slowly coming back to the centre, and then right hand on the outside of the left thigh, left hand close to the lower back, and drawing the chest to the left. Maybe looking over your left shoulder or just looking to the left. 3 breaths again. And slowly back to the centre, and then 3 more of those, stretching up as we breathe in as tall as we can, lifting the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Feel that stretch. Breathe out, down, and another 2. And 1. And lower. Okay, so coming forward, just onto all 4s, and then we're going to lie down on our backs, and we're going to now take the block between the thighs. First of all, just rest in the block between the thighs and lying back with our head resting on the mat, or you might also need a block here as well for the back of your head to rest on. So all we're doing is pressing our feet into the floor, trying to squeeze our feet together, also drawing our feet as close as we can towards the bottom, and the palms are pressing down into the floor. So we're squeezing the block, squeezing and trying to just gently bring the pubic bone up towards the face. So even squeezing the glutes, squeeze and hold, so strengthening our adductor muscles. So squeeze and hold, deep breath in and deep breath out, and slowly relax everything down. So pressing the feet into the floor again, squeezing the glutes, squeezing the pelvis again, squeezing the block, and then this time we're slowly going to peel the lower back, middle back and upper back away from the floor, and then breathe in, lift the hips a little bit higher, breathe out slowly, lower back down, trying to bring your tailbone down last of all. So one more, squeeze the glutes first, press the feet into the floor, peel the lower back, middle back, upper back up, hips a little bit higher, deep breath in, breathing out, lower down, slowly. Okay, so now just might need to move the block away from the head. So now we're just going to do the same movement, but we're going to lift our arms above our head. So we're kind of here massaging our shoulder area, a little bit of acupressure for our shoulders. So squeeze that block, press the feet into the floor, slowly peel the back, lifting up the hips as high as we can, and then breathing in as we stretch the arms above the head, and breathing out through the nose as we lower the arms down. So keep those hips up, squeeze the block, breathe in, lift the arms again above the head, lowering down slowly, and one more, keep squeezing the block, keep pressing the feet in, squeezing the glutes, breathing in, and lower down the arms. First of all, breath out, and then breath in, hips higher, and then breath out, release that back, vertebrae by vertebrae into the mat again, and bring the block to the side, stretch out both legs, and let the feet flop out to the side, small toes out to the side, and hands out at the side with the palms facing up. So you just now want to feel and notice your body as you relax into the mat. So here we're going to practice our full abdominal breathing, which helps us to increase that lung capacity and working in the rest and digest system. So as you breathe in, you want to feel as though your tummy's expanding, maybe your side ribs and your chest, and then as you breathe out from the chest, side ribs and the tummy kind of releases back, so navel to spine. So we'll do about 10 of those full deep body breaths. So breathing into the whole body expands. And breathing out, the whole body releases. So another 5 of those full whole body breaths. And then coming back to your natural breath, so notice that you're breathing in and out through your nose. We're trying to notice that in all the stretches that we do tonight. And we'll bring both feet together and then stretch the arms above the head as we take a deep breath in, point the fingers away, point the toes away, slowly bringing our arms down and bringing both knees in towards the chest, hugging the knees in, knees side to side. Now working on our ankle rotation, so keeping the right knee hugged in towards the chest, we'll extend the left foot and the left leg along the floor. And with the big toe of the right foot, we're drawing big circles. And first of all, we're going clockwise. Still noticing our breath in and out through the nose. And change to anti-clockwise, making the circle again as big as possible, nice and slow. And point and flex, so toes towards the face, then pointing the toes down. And bringing the right leg to the floor, both feet together as we take a deep breath in. Stretching the arms away, stretching the fingertips away, and breathing out, drawing the arms down, and now hugging the left knee in towards the chest, and now big anti-clockwise circles with that left big toe. Changing direction clockwise. And point and flex again. Three, two, one. And bringing the left leg down, both legs together as we take another deep stretch, breathing in, stretching the arms above the head. Breathing out, bringing our arms down and knees back in towards the chest, hugging the knees in. And then we're going to come up to seated, either rolling along the spine or taking our knees down to one side and pressing into the hand to lift up. Now coming onto all fours at the front of your mat. So just first of all stretching out our back, so breathing in, we're tilting our sit bones up towards the ceiling and our chest forward, face forward, and then working from the tailbone, arching the spine up towards the ceiling, and finally bringing the chin towards the chest into the angry cat. Breath in to come into the cow, and a breath out to come into your angry cat. Imagine you're pushing the mat away, so you hopefully feeling the length in the spine on the angry cat, and then the shortening of the spine in the cow. Another 2 or 3, working with your breath. Okay, now coming to a nice flat spine. spine, a neutral spine. And coming into the first down dog, so we're turning our toes under. First of all, lifting the knees off the mat as much as we can, drawing our chest through to the thighs, and slowly keeping that chest as close as you can towards the thighs, lifting our hips up towards the ceiling. And 3 breaths in down dog. And slowly, with the knees a little bit bent, walking our feet up towards our hands, and coming into a gentle forward fold. So here, taking our feet about the width of the mat, and taking hold of opposite elbows, and allow the crown of the head to come down towards the floor. We can have a little soft bend in the knees, and about 5 breaths here, breathing in and out through the nose. Bringing the hands to the legs and with the chin towards the chest, lifting up slowly, drawing the fingertips up the body and bringing the head up last. Okay, so we're going to do some salutations, and we're going to do a few rounds focusing on our breath. So we want to focus on a deep inhale to bring some energy in, and focus on a deep exhale to release tension in our stretches. So first of all, feet about hip width apart and the palms facing forward, and a deep breath in first of all. Breath out, palms together, and a breath in, stretch the arms above the head, and draw the tummy in, breathe out into gentle forward fold. Breathing in, looking forward and stepping the right foot back into a lunge. So here, lifting the chest forward, breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in and breathe out. And stepping the left foot back, breathe in and breathe out. We're lifting, coming to lower to the floor, keeping the elbows glued in towards the waist. Bring the forehead down to the floor. Now squeeze the legs together, squeeze the glutes, breathe in, press into the hands, lift up, cobra. And press into the hands, breathe out, tabletop, and turn the toes under, down dog. And 3 deep breaths in, down dog. Keeping that chest as close as you can towards the thighs. And bring our knees back to the mat. And inhale, step the right foot in between the hands. And here in the lunge, 3 deep breaths. And turning the left toes under, stepping the left foot to join the right foot into a forward fold for 3 deep breaths. So you can take hold of opposite elbow again. You can just hold the hands on the shins or the ankles. as we press into the feet, bending the knees, lifting up slowly and stretching the hands above the head. Deep breath in, breath out, back to mountain. Okay, so palms facing forward, deep breath in again, press the feet into the floor. Breathe out, palms together. Breathe in, stretch up. And breathe out, forward fold. And breathing in, stepping the left foot back and the left knee down into our lunge on the left side. And 3 breaths again in the lunge, lifting the chest forward. Stepping the right foot and the right knee back. And breathing in here. Breathing out slowly lower. Keep the elbows glued in towards the waist. Lower. And then squeeze the thighs together. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the tummy. Breathe in, lift into cobra. And push back into tabletop and down dog. And 3 breaths again in down dog. Bringing the knees to the mat, breathing in, stepping the left foot forward into the lunge for 3 breaths, chest forward, looking forward. Lifting the right knee off the floor into the lunge and stepping the right foot to join the left foot into forward fold for 3 breaths, taking hold of opposite elbow again or fingertips to the floor. Press into your feet, softly bending the knees, stretching up, breathing in and breathing out, arms to the side. So we're going to do the sun salutations again, not holding, so we're just going to kind of flow through them. So palms facing forward, pressing into the feet, breathing in, breathing out, palms together, breathing in, stretching the arms up. Breathing out, forward fold. Breathing in, right foot back and right knee down. Stepping the left foot back into tabletop or plank. Breathing out, knees, chest and forehead down to the floor. Breathing in, cobra. Breathing out, pushing into tabletop and down dog. Breathing in, stepping the right foot in between the hands into the lunge. Breathing out, stepping the left foot to join the right foot, forward fold. Breathing in, lifting up tall. And breathing out, back to mountain. So one more on the left side, palms facing forward, pressing your feet into the floor, breath in. Breath out, palms together. Breath in, stretch up tall. Breath out, forward fold. Breath in, left foot back and left knee down. Hold the breath as we come into tabletop or plank. Breathing out, knees to the floor, chest and forehead down. Breathe in, lift cobra. Breathe push back into tabletop and down dog. And breathe in, look forward, step the left foot in between the hands and the right knee to the floor into your lunge. Breathe out, right foot joins the left foot, forward fold. And breathing in, pressing into the feet as we lift up, stretch the fingertips up towards the ceiling, gaze at the thumbs. And breathe out, back to mountain. Okay, so now we're going to lie down on our mats and notice how we feel after the sun salutation. So just relaxing in that relaxation Shavasana or corpse pose with the small toes out to the side and the arms out to the side with the palms facing up. So as we rest here, noticing how we feel, we're going to practice some square breathing. So square breathing is equal inhale and then pause, and then exhale, equal, and pause again. So if your inhale is counting for 4, then you pause for 4, then you exhale for 4, and pause again for 4 before you inhale. So we're going to practice a few rounds of square breath. Leaving the square breathing behind, noticing did you manage to stay focused on the breathing and the holding and the pausing, or was your mind tending to wander a little bit? And breathing naturally now, in and out through the nose. Bringing both feet together, taking a deep breath in as we stretch the arms above the head, really point the fingers away, stretch, and breathe out slowly, bring the arms down, and bring the knees into the chest. I'm going to lift up to seated, either rolling up or taking the knees down to one side and coming up slowly. Okay, so now we're going to do a forward fold. So I'm going to use my block to sit on to help tilt my pelvis a little bit forward. And also if you've got a belt or a tie or something to take around the soles of the feet. Doesn't matter if you haven't. If you haven't got a belt, we're just going to stretch up, breathe in, and breathe out. Try to come forward from your hips and try to keep your chest forward and your back nice and flat. So if you've got your belt, we can walk the hands down and just hold on to the belt. We want to be pushing our heels away and toes towards the face and drawing the kneecaps up, and seeing if we can draw our chest forward. So So we're going to hold here for about 6 deep breaths. And lifting up slowly, taking the belt to one side, and then coming into the counter pose, which is inclined plane. So this can be with bent knees or straight legs. So I'll do with straight legs tonight, with my toes pointed and my hands behind, fingers pointing forward. So lifting up the hips up towards the ceiling, looking up towards the ceiling, and hold for 3 breaths. Slowly lower back down, and then coming into butterfly. So again, you might need a block. Butterfly with the soles of the feet together, drawing the soles of the feet quite close into the body if you can, and drawing the chest forward. So we can be a little bit dynamic, gradually creating flexibility by gently taking the knees up and down, trying to keep your chest forward, and 6 breaths. So you can keep the knees still, you can press the elbows into the knees. And then next we're going to allow the back to round. So bringing the chin towards the chest, bringing the hands forward, allowing the crown of the head to come down towards the floor, and again holding for 6 breaths. And lifting up slowly, stretching out both legs. So here pushing our heels away and toes towards the face. So here we're going to do half butterfly or half forward fold, starting with bringing the right foot in towards the left thigh, sitting up tall again. And if you've got your belt, you can wrap the belt around the sole of the foot. So here the left leg is strong, pushing our left heel away, toes towards the face. Breathe in, stretch the arms above the head, and breathe out. Come forward over the left thigh. So if you want to go a little bit further, you could take the right hand outside the left shin, and then the left hand inside the left shin, or round the ankles if you can reach that far. You still want to really be drawing your chest forward and trying to keep your back nice and straight. You can hold on to your belt if you want to, and hold for 6 breaths. Hold on to your toes if that feels okay. You can have a little bend in the left leg to help ease yourself forward. lifting up slowly again, stretching out the right leg, pushing the heels away, toes towards the face, and then we're changing sides, so left sole of the foot comes in towards the right thigh, sitting up as tall as we can before we go forward. So fingertips to the side, breathing in, really drawing the fingertips up towards the ceiling, and breathing out, coming forward again. So you can take the hands again around the opposite inside of the shin and outside of the shin. Just helps you sometimes to leverage yourself a little bit more forward. So 6 breaths in the half forward fold. Try not to let your spine round too much. Lifting back up slowly and stretching out the left leg, shaking out the legs, and going back into that inclined plane, the counter pose for the forward folds. Try with the straight legs or bent legs. So we're lifting up the hips as high as we can, looking up towards the ceiling, holding for 3 breaths. Slowly lowering back down, lying on our backs to release the back, bringing both knees in towards the chest, hugging the knees in, knees side to side, and then we're going to come up to seated again, so either rolling up or bringing yourself out down to the side. Okay, so coming into all fours, and stepping the right foot in between the hands into a lunge. So from the lunge, we're going to do the hip stretches and the calf stretches and hamstring stretches. First of all, we're just keeping our left hand underneath our left shoulder and then walking the right toes out, just taking the knee out, the right knee out and then back in. So kind of winging the right knee out and coming back in. We could even lean over to our left a little bit or draw our chest towards the right. Might feel a bit of cramp in that right hip, maybe. Even lunging a little bit deeper so the hips are going lower. And then slowly walking the right foot back and then right hand outside the right foot. So as we breathe in, we're lifting the chest forward, and as we breathe out, we're taking the hips back and coming onto the right heel, toes pointing towards the face. We're trying not to have a rounded back, we're trying to keep the chest forward, and that intensifies the stretch in the calf and hamstring. So a breath in to come forward with the right foot flat into the mat, and then a breath out into the heel of the right foot. It's about 3 or 4 more. now holding for 6 breaths, trying to maybe ease that right foot away a little bit. Breathing deeply in and out through the nose. And coming forward, back into the lunge, chest forward, breathe in, and breathe out, taking the right knee back. We're going to rest in wide knee child pose for a few breaths, so knees wide apart, big toes together, and bring the bottom down to the heels, and stretch the fingertips forward as far as they'll go, resting the head on the mat or a block. Press it into the hands as we lift up, back to tabletop. So left foot steps forward in between the hands, and then taking the left toes out slightly, and maybe easing that left knee out and in. Just see if we can bring the knee closer to the floor. Maybe drawing the chest up to the left hand side. Maybe bringing the hips a bit lower if we draw our right leg back a bit. And then bringing the left foot kind of in towards the centre of the mat, and left hand outside the left foot. So we're doing the same again, breathing in our chest forward, and breathing out, taking the hips back and coming onto the left heel. Try not to round the back. Breathing in forward, and breathing out back. And 3 or 4 more. And breathing out, coming back and holding for about 3 breaths, no 6 breaths. Slowly bringing the left foot flat to the floor, breathe in, breathe out, take the left knee back and come into the wide knee child pose again. So knees quite wide apart, big toes together, bring the bottom to the heels, really stretch those fingertips forward so the hands are slightly wider than shoulder width, and bring the head to the floor or a block. 6 breaths in child pose. pressing into the hands, lifting up slowly. So fingers are spread here. We're coming into down dog, so turning the toes under again and lifting the knees off the mat. Chest through to the thighs. Slowly lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Legs can be slightly bent or straight. Lift the legs straight, try and draw your kneecaps up. And 6 breaths in down dog. Walking the feet towards the hands and coming into a forward fold again. So your version would be either taking hold of opposite elbow or bringing the fingertips in front of the feet, or taking the hands to hold behind the heels. Drawing the chest close towards the thighs. If you're doing the hands behind the heels, taking the elbows out to the side. Crown of the head comes down towards the floor. 6 really deep, smooth breaths. Lifting out slowly, bending the legs slightly, pressing into the feet. Keep the chin on the chest as we slowly lift up to standing. Okay, so we're going to do some standing postures. So coming to standing with the feet quite wide apart. First of all, we're going to do the warrior, so turning the right toes out to the side and keeping first of all the hands behind the back with the arms straight and the fingertips coming down, interlocking the fingers with the fingers coming down towards the floor. Drawing our left kneecap up, chest forward, shoulders back. We slowly bend the right leg and then straighten. So as well, we need to just check we can see our big right toe. We're keeping our hips forward. We're keeping our torso upright. And then we're seeing if we can bring the right leg to a right angle. Still with our chest forward. And then taking the fingertips out to the side. Looking over the middle right finger. Keeping that right knee back. And holding for 6 breaths. Straightening the right leg, bring the arms down. Again, just take the hands behind, interlock the fingers and draw the arms down straight. So now we're coming into the right angle. So we're coming into the right angle again, bending that right knee and bringing the right elbow down to the right thigh. So here, with our left hand, we can try and draw it right round to the top of the right thigh, and this is great for opening the chest and keeping the shoulders back. So you can stay there for 6 breaths, or you can stretch the left fingertips right up towards the ceiling, or left fingertips by the left bicep by the left ear, and the fingertips are stretching up towards the right. press it into the right foot. Bring the left arm back down, straighten the right leg. So for the triangle, we just want to step the right foot in a little bit. Okay, with the hips still facing forward, breathe in to extend the fingertips away. Breathe out, really stretch towards the right hand side, and then bring that right hand inside the right shin. And you can keep the left hand onto the lower back, drawing that left shoulder back, or we can stretch the left fingertips up towards the ceiling. And holding again for 6 breaths. And press into the feet as we lift up slowly. Bring the arms down and step the feet together. Bring the palms together, and for a few breaths close the eyes. Notice how we feel, maybe how the right side feels compared to the left side. And release the hands, open the eyes. Then we're going to do the same thing on the left hand side. So feet apart again, quite wide apart for the warrior poses. So we're turning now our left toes out to the side and interlocking the fingers, trying to draw the shoulder blades together and the chest forward, and then bending and straightening the left leg first of all, keeping the chest forward, hips level, seeing if we can come into a right angle with the left leg. And still making sure that we're keeping our left knee back so we can see our big left toe. And then into the right angle with the left leg, extending the fingertips out to the side, looking over our middle left finger, 6 breaths. Slowly releasing the hands, straightening the left leg, and taking the hands behind again with straight arms, interlock the fingers, and then coming into the side angle, so bending that left leg to the right angle if you can, and then bringing the left elbow onto the left thigh. So with that right hand, it can reach round to hold on top of the left thigh, drawing our right shoulder back, so we can stay here, or we can stretch the right fingertips as high as we can up towards the ceiling, or the right fingertips over to the left. So holding for 6 breaths again. Slowly lifting up, straightening the left leg, and bringing the feet a little bit closer together for the triangle. So interlock the fingers again, chest forward, shoulders back, and then take the arms out to the side, breathing in, extending the fingertips away, breathing out, extending to the left, and bringing the left hand inside the left shin, so we can keep our hand on our lower back, or we can stretch the right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Trying to keep our chest open and our right shoulder and right arm back, 6 breaths. Press into the feet as we lift up slowly, bring the arms down, step the feet together, bring the palms together, close the eyes for a few breaths, scanning the body. Opening the eyes, releasing the hands, coming back onto our mats, lying down. So slowly lying down. So we're going to do the one-legged reclining twist. So bringing our left foot over our right knee and drawing the left knee down to the right with our right hand. We might need to shuffle our head and our shoulders over to the right hand side. You should feel a stretch in the left glute and the left hip. We want to bring our left hand all the way above the head, extending the fingertips away. Closing the eyes, holding for 6 deep breaths. Slowly draw the left leg along the floor, bring the left arm down, ease back into the centre of the mat, and then draw the right foot so it's over the left knee, with your left hand drawing the right knee down to the left hand side, shuffling the head and the shoulders over to the left a little bit, and the right hand with the palm facing up extends above the head. And 6 deep breaths, closing the eyes, making your breath as deep as possible. Bring the right knee back to the centre and stretch out both legs. And we'll come into final relaxation. So again, you can have the knees bent up if you like, or the legs out straight with the toes out to the side, arms out to the side with the palms facing up. And check that your body's in the centre of your mat. And we'll start by scanning the body, trying to first of all make yourself as comfortable as possible, maybe readjusting, maybe bringing the chin towards the chest. And bring awareness to your feet. Relax your feet. Moving slowly up the legs. Relax the calves. Relax the shins. Relax the knees. Relax the thighs. Relax and soften the hips. Bring awareness into your back. Softening the lower back, the middle back, the upper back, the shoulders. Relax the shoulders. Relax the shoulders. Relax the face, the jaw, soften the tongue. Relax the eyes, relax the forehead, relax the scalp. Feel the whole body releasing, breathing softly, letting go, letting go, letting go. And now bringing movement back into the body, whichever way feels good. And stay in this final relaxation if you like. If you need to move, you can bring both feet together. Take a deep breath in, stretch the arms above the head. Breathe out, bring the arms down. And draw the knees into the chest. Just fogging those knees into the chest. Maybe bringing the forehead to the knees, curling up into a small ball. And lifting up when you're ready. Okay, thank you for joining. Hope you enjoyed. And see you soon. Hi Lynn and Roger and anyone else who's watching. See you soon. Bye.